Okay, guys, so we are back. So thank you for sharing the group link. Keep on sharing the group link. So hope all of you can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, just unmute your mic and say something so that I can know you guys are hearing me. Who can hear me? Can you guys hear me? Nobody saying anything.
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, so thank you for sharing the group link. We welcome you to tonight's meeting. And before we start, we would like to do a brief introduction about ourselves. So I'll be starting from my end here, and the person talking to you and anchoring this meeting for tonight, my name is Ebuka Wisdom. So, and I'm connecting from Port Harcourt, River State. So the next person on my list here is Pop Exchange. Just unmute yourself. Tell us where you are connecting from, and the next person will do the same thing. So Pop Exchange, can you hear me? Just tell us where you are connecting from so you can move to the next person if you are in the meeting.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
My
hear
name is
you.
Isaac. I'm connecting from
Okay.
Port Harcourt, Stadium Road to be precise.
Okay, thank you and welcome to this meeting, Isaac. The next person can unmute yourself and tell us where you are connecting from.
David,
No,
I'm connecting from UAE, Dubai.
oh, you are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you for connecting. Okay, the next person, Joseph, you can unmute yourself and tell us where you are connecting from.
Good evening. My name is Joseph Bas. I'm connected from Port Harcourt, Rivers State.
Okay, you're welcome, Joseph, to this meeting. Tigo TV, you can mute yourself and tell us where you're connecting from. Tigo TV, you can mute yourself and tell us where you're connecting from.
All right. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tosin Tigo. I'm connecting from Jebu currently. Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome, Tigo. You're welcome. Yeah, nice to have you here. Okay, the next person, you can just mute yourself and tell us where you're connecting from. We
Good
just
evening.
wait. Good. Okay, you can go on, Joseph.
Good evening. Can
Okay.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm connecting from Lagos. My name is Joseph. I'm connecting from Lagos.
Okay, nice to have you here, Joseph. Welcome. Okay, the next person will be ending this in 8.
Good evening,
Okay, good
everyone.
evening. Good evening. We
Yeah,
can
my
hear
name
you.
is Samson Ojo. My name is
Okay,
Samson Ojo. I'm connecting from Abuja.
nice to meet you, Sansin. Okay, the next person can introduce.
Good
Can
evening,
mute himself.
everyone.
Good
Good
evening. We
evening.
can hear you. Pop exchange. We can hear you.
I'm Henry. I'm connecting from Ogun State.
Okay, nice to meet you, Pop exchange. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Good
evening.
evening,
We
everyone.
can hear you. We can hear you. Okay, nice to meet you. Okay. So thank you all. Thank you for joining the meeting. Thank you for connecting with us. And also I really appreciate if you guys can still share the group link and invite your friends. So before we start, if you check our topic for today is we are here for the Bantu virtual hangout. So before we start, I would like you all to download the Bantu app from your Apple Store or your Play Store. I will be giving you guys the next 1 minute. Download the Bantu app, create your account as the live meeting will be going on. Because tonight you have a lot of giveaways to do, and you won't be able to participate in the giveaway if you don't have a Bantu app or your Bantu receive address. So just use the next 1 minute or 2 minutes to go to Apple Store if you are using an iPhone, or your Google Play Store if you are using an Android phone, to download the Bantu app from any of them. So I will be giving you guys the next 2 minutes to do that. Hope you all can hear me.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, please just in the next 2 minutes you can do that.
Hello, Mr. Ka. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. Welcome,
Check your.
Kingsley. Welcome,
Yes, thank
Kingsley.
you, Mr. Ka.
So, okay, I just share the referral link you'll be using when creating your Bantu account. Salvation 7177. You can use the referral code to down. After you have downloaded the app, use the referral code to create your Bantu account, because tonight without your Bantu account being open, you won't be able to participate in the giveaway. So you have just 2 minutes left to do that. So I'm waiting for you guys.
Okay, why you are sharing you're downloading and getting your account set? Also, don't forget to invite your friends. Invite your friends and tell them that they should come and hear the gospel of Mbutu. Yes, the gospel of Mbutu, as it is said. Because I am. Okay, I am because we are. I am because we are Mbutu. The real, the ideology of the African race. So invite your friends, share the link, you tell them to try and join up. Join up. There will be a lot of amazing opportunities into this section. So forgive my manners. My name is Theophilus Kingsley Chigozie. I'm an ambassador of Crypto Trading Hub, and it's a privilege having you guys here today. And I also want to use this occasion to wish all the ladies and potential ladies here and potential mothers here a happy Mother's Day. Before I came in, I know Mr. Ebuka has been telling us one or two things. I trust we all had a great day today. And I will want to call on my partner, Mr. Ebuka, to, to share his view about the Bantu ecosystem, to tell us about his anticipation, what he anticipates from today's section, what is going, his own expectation after today's section. So, Mr. Ebuka, please kindly unmute your
Okay.
mic and tell us your expectation from today's
Okay,
section.
thank you, Kingsley. Thank you, Kingsley. So tonight I came here with a lot of expectation because I've been hearing about Bantu, I've been seeing about Bantu everywhere. So tonight I'm here to learn and to know how I can profit from this Bantu ecosystem. So that is my expectation this night. And also I'm here to also win the giveaway. So that is my expectation this night. And also I would like to hear your own expectations. So Kingsley.
Oh, okay.
Kingsley, hope you can hear me.
I can hear you. Sorry, the network is just acting funny. Okay, the Bantu ecosystem is one, the Bantu blockchain is one that is so amazing. Like going through their what they have to offer, like Bantu being built from Africa to the world. It's not amazing. So I'm here to come and hear from the experts to tell us more about the system and how and what it holds for us. Because looking at the what they offer, reliability, security, and co, and then they tell you that they have consideration for humanity, like fairness and the rest of it. So I'm here to hear and learn more from the from experts or reps in the system. So it's going to be a good it's going to be a good opportunity for me and several others. So I will head from Mr. Buka. I don't know. I will just call randomly anybody to come and share his own expectation randomly. Please, if you hear your name, just unmute yourself and uh, tell us your expectation, what you expect from today's class. Because if you don't have an expectation, I don't know how you're going to feel satisfied after today's section. So, Mr. Solomon, briefly unmute your mic and tell us your expectations from today's section. Mr. Solomon. Mr. Solomon, okay, seems he's busy. Let's hear from Pope Exchange. Pope Exchange. Tell us your expectation. Tell us your expectation. Your
Good
name, where you
evening,
connecting from,
everyone.
and your expectation.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Actually, every meeting I attend, I just want to learn more. That's why. And also, again, you said, I also want to win the giveaway. I might be lucky, but my main expectation is to learn more and actually know what that Bantu is all about, because I've been seeing that since when it was advertised by Sir Salvation. I don't even know what it's working for. I don't know if it's a blockchain on its own or it's just. I'm confused, honestly. So I'm here for answers.
Seems that the expectations are high. It seems expectations are high. Everybody want to learn more. Everybody want to know what Bantu really is. Is it just an African identity, or what? What does it have to offer? We'll learn this and more. We'll get to know. We'll get to know after today's section. So I hope you are all ready with your notepad, writing material, so that you get one or two updates information about the Bantu blockchain. So with that, I also want to affirm that it's going to be important that you stay to the end of today's section, because at the end, na person will see promised land, na they get portion more. So I believe we all have to wait, be patient, listen, gain knowledge, and we'll go from there. I also want to appreciate some persons. I'm seeing some Bantu expansion rep, Ashono, Ashno, from the Bantu expansion community. We honor you, sir. We're grateful. I also want to appreciate some of our OGs that are taking out time to be part of us, like Mr. Marshall. I really appreciate you for your time. Tigbo, we thank you for your time. So we'll move on with the speed of light. We are talking about the Bantu ecosystem today, and we cannot talk about the Bantu ecosystem without talking about the blockchain, what the blockchain is. So, for you to really understand what Bantu ecosystem or the blockchain means, then you need to have a basic knowledge about what the blockchain is and how it is here to help you as an individual, and how Bantu blockchain is here to also help us using the blockchain technology. So without wasting much of our time, I want to call on a man that has been diligent, that has done his due diligence in this space. He has proven results so far, and a lot of persons
Okay.
are looking
Uh,
up to him.
okay.
Looking up to
Thank you,
him.
Mr. Kinsley. Thank you, Mr. Kinsley. Hope you guys can hear me.
Yes, sir, I
Thank
can
you,
hear
Mr.
you.
Loud and clear, loud and
So,
clear. Come on.
okay. So before Okay, hope you guys can hear me. My network was disturbing. So before
Yeah,
we
we can
call
hear
in
you.
our guest speaker for tonight, I hope you guys have downloaded your Bantu app, and you have created your account. Have you guys done that?
Yes, we have.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes, sir.
okay. So you
Yes,
guys
we
have
have.
been seeing
Yes, I have.
the Bantu. Okay, thank you. So you guys have been seeing everybody sharing about Bantu in their social media platform. And before we call our guest speaker, I would like to ask a few questions for those people that have seen the flyer about Bantu, and have decided to do some little research about what this Bantu stuff is all about. So before we call our guest speaker, I would like to ask a few questions, and if you are able to answer the question, you'll be given a little reward. So, okay, the first question here is, where is the founder of the Bantu ecosystem from? Who can answer the question? You can just mute yourself. The first person to mute his or herself answer the question. Okay, Isaac, I can see you. Do you want to answer? Okay, you
Yes, I
can
want to
answer,
answer.
Isaac.
And
Okay.
the founder is from Nigeria, to the best of my knowledge.
That is very wrong. It's not from Nigeria. Okay, next person who can answer the question.
I mean, say, can you not even allow him around? You just tell us that it's very wrong. It's so heartbreaking.
Okay, so Isaac, sorry, don't be offended.
He's an African man.
Sorry,
African
man,
man.
where
So
we know, oh yeah,
I don't
we
take that
know,
to heart. Oh.
we know. Okay, Simon, where African man, the African man don't get country. We want the name of the country, and nobody wants to answer. So you guys are telling me you guys not do research. Okay, anybody wants to answer? Okay, I will be.
To answer.
Okay, since you guys cannot answer, I'm going to the next
He's
question.
from Zambia.
Okay,
I think I
His
want to
name
answer.
is
Can I answer?
wait, one after the other. Who is talking? Gift, I can see you want to tell us the answer. Gift, are you saying anything? Okay, seems like nobody.
LS.
Gift, you
Please,
said
what's the
what?
question?
Hear me?
From South Africa.
Can you hear me?
He's
Yes.
from South
Okay,
Africa.
wait, let me say the question again. The question is that where is the founder of the Bantu ecosystem from? That is the question. And you guys just have 15 seconds to answer. Anybody that can answer. If not, I'm moving to the next question. So who is saying anything?
Let me
Ghana is
try.
from Ghana.
Them,
He's from
Can you hear?
Ghana.
The founder is from Ghana.
From Ghana. He's from Ghana. I answered it. David is the NSP Bantu and he's from Ghana.
Okay, I can hear you all answer. The founder is not from Ghana. So hope you guys are with your peers. I will tell you guys the correct answer. The founder of the Bantu.
Car.
Wait, no, it's not.
Cameroon, Canada.
He's from Cameroon. Oh.
Nelly was the first person to say that. Nelly was the first person to say that. The answer, the founder of the Bantu ecosystem is from Cameroon. Nelly was the first person to say that. I can see you. Okay, we are
Thank
moving to
you.
the second question. The second question is, can you guys hear me? The second question is, what is the unit of the gas fee paid when doing transactions in the Bantu ecosystem? What is the unit of the transaction fee? What is it
The
called?
unit is called spirit. Spirit.
No, Nelly, I'm not answering again. Another person to answer that.
Isaac is available. The answer is spirit.
Sir, please, can you repeat the question?
Said the answer already. So, okay. Thank you for answering. So,
XBN.
thank you. We have come to the end. So we have come to the end. Nelly and Isaac, you can just send me a message. So okay, I'll be handing over to Isaac now to call up our guest speaker for tonight. I'll be handing over to Kingsley to call up our guest speaker for tonight. Kingsley, can you hear me?
Very loud and clear, sir.
Okay, I'm handing over to you now.
So thank you, sir. Congratulations to our winners. I think it pays to do your due diligence for those that answered correctly. And without wasting much of our time, we want to go dive into the business of today. And I want to, before I call up our speaker for tonight, I know we already know him. Yes, he needs no introduction, but anyway, I want to say one or two things. He's somebody that has done his due diligence, like as I was saying before, he has done. He's someone giving to knowledge. He wants to grow and also see others grow. So we know a lot about him and also want to learn more from him. So, Mr. Salvation, if you are not too busy, you just unmute your mic and have the floor. The floor is all yours now. Mr. Salvation. And also want to plead with us that why Mr. Salvation will be speaking, please, it will be very, 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 very important that we don't unmute our mics. It is going to interrupt the section because this section is currently recorded. So it will be very important that you want to ask any question, you can drop them on the chat box or raise your hand for you to be allowed to talk. Thank you. So, Mr. Salvation, uh, the floor is yours now. So you have about 35 minutes to talk to us about Bantu. So, Salvation.
Hello, guys. Good evening. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Welcome, sir. Good to have you once again.
It's amazing to have each and every one of us connected on the platform tonight. I really want to appreciate each and every one of us for as many who were able to share the meetings and also, made our time to be here. You won't go on unrewarded. Okay. I want to acknowledge everyone. Thanks for connecting. Precious Salvation. I like to go by the name Salvation Energy. I don't know if you can hear me clearly. Uh, I was feeling at some point because this is actually a virtual hangout. It's not just that we're here to just come and learn only about the Bantu ecosystem. We also came here to connect while we learn about the Bantu ecosystem. So I would like to use the next 3 to 4 minutes, to engage one or two persons to just tell us where they are connected from. Just tell us about yourself, tell us who you are, your name, tell us where you're connected from. And you can also feel free to tell us what you do in terms of business. If you are doing blockchain full time or crypto, you never can tell, or you into one trade or the other. So I would randomly pick 5 persons before I go fully into my little presentation. So in the next few minutes, I want to pick out about 5 persons. Please feel free, except where your eye is really very noisy and you will not be able to talk. You can just send a message in the chat box. Now, also note that if you are able to stay to the end of the meeting, you would have some more rewards to receive. Okay, so try as much as possible to see how you can stay till the end of the meeting. We're not going to be here till 10. In the next few minutes, we'll be done with what we're here for. This meeting will still hold some other times too, and the purpose is to help members understand what the Bantu blockchain is about, how to be part of it, and also to benefit from it. Coming into blockchain, the best time to come into any blockchain system is at the very early era. Okay, and Bantu is only getting started. Okay, so I want to call about 5 persons to tell us where they are connected from, and I will start my presentation immediately. I can see Miguel Julian. Miguel Julian, if you can hear me, kindly unmute yourself. Can you do that? Okay. I'm not seeing any sign. I just allowed you to speak. If you can, kindly unmute yourself. Tell us where you're connected from and tell us your name.
Okay, I'm Gochuku.
Go ahead, Mr. Gochiku.
Yes.
Mr. Ogochukwu, I'll just ask a question. Where are you connected from?
Okay, I'm
Where are you
connected from
connecting from?
Port Harcourt.
Okay, you're
From Port
connected
Harcourt.
from Port Harcourt. Okay,
Yes.
are you a student, a businessman, a blockchain analyst, or what do you do? Tell us.
I'm a student.
Okay, you're a student. You're a student. Okay,
Yes.
nice to hear. Okay, is this the first time you're hearing about Bantu, or you've heard about Bantu before now?
No, this is my first time. It is my first time.
Okay. So you've heard about Bantu before now. Okay, that's good. That's good. Nice to hear that. Thanks for connecting. Thanks. Wow, it's your first time connecting. Wow. Wow, thanks for connecting. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'll be moving on to the next person, and I'm seeing Osanga. Osanga, can you hear me? Good evening. Can you hear me? I'll allow you to speak.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, I can hear you.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Go ahead. Tell us where you're connecting
Uh,
from.
I'm connecting from Lafia, Nasarawa State.
Wow, Lafia, no, Nassau. Okay. So, is this the first time you're hearing about Bantu?
Yes, this is the first time hearing of Bantu.
Do you have Bantu Pay wallet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you download it in this meeting or before now?
I downloaded it on WhatsApp from your link, sir.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I don't really know you. I don't really know you by this name. Probably have a different identity on Telegram. That's fine. Okay, so I'll be calling three more persons, and then I'll start the presentation. I can see some people having challenges with their network. Sorry about that. I can see Willie Black. Willie Black, can you hear me? I just allowed you to speak. Willie Black, can you hear me? Feel free to tell us your name, tell us what you do, and where you're connected from, if you don't mind. Okay, so I'll be calling someone else. I can see there's so many names here. Sorry. Aderinto. I can see Aderinto. I just allowed you to speak. Can you tell us where you're connected from?
Good evening. I'm calling from
Hello, good evening.
Nigeria, Ibadan, Oyo State. I'm adhering to Adigun Benjamin. Can you hear me?
Wow, nice. Yes, I can hear you. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
You're connected from Ibadan.
Yes.
Okay, so have you heard about Bantu blockchain?
Through you. So this will be the third time I will be online.
Oh yeah.
Hearing about from you.
Okay.
It has been all through your link. Yes.
Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. Thanks for the response. Thanks for responding. I'll
You're
try to
welcome.
call two more persons. I can't find the ladies. Today's Mother's Day, but I can't find the ladies here. Okay, so pure greatness. I'll allow it. Pure greatness. I just allowed you to speak. Feel free. Tell us your name. Tell us where you're connected from. Tell us what you do.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Goodness, and I'm a student. As a street student, actually. So I'm not doing any business for now. I'm still studying.
Okay, thanks for your response. Where you connected from?
Sorry, I'm connected from Anambra State, Idemili North Local Government, Anambra.
Okay, thanks for your response. Yeah, thanks for your response. I appreciate. Okay, the next person I'll be calling on. Okay, let me call. I can see DTO World Investment. DTO. Good evening or good morning. Good evening. Can you tell
Good
us
evening, sir.
where you're connected from, your name and what you do?
Good evening, everyone. I'm David by name. I'm connecting from UAE, Dubai. I'm into real estate and traveling consulting. So, and also I'm a crypto investor. And this is not the first time I'll be hearing about Bantu, but I'm hearing it from you on your social media platform, WhatsApp status, and
Okay, okay, uh, Mr. David, thanks for your response. Okay, so Ebuka asked two questions. Am I right? Ebuka, did he ask two questions or you asked three?
It's two questions, sir. Two.
You you asked two. So can you permit me to ask one question so you can probably ask more
Yeah.
questions too?
Yes, sir. You're permitted. Yes, sir. You're permitted.
Thank you very much. Sir. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. Uh, okay. So if you were actually paying attention, the first person I called introducing his name. Can anyone tell me his name? And if you can give me the answer, raise your hands. I'll unmute you.
Um, his name is Willie Black.
Is that correct?
Miguel Julian.
Correct. That's his Telegram name, Miguel Julian. But what is his name according to what he told us? Okay. I'm going to ask another question. I'm going to ask another question now about Bantu. Okay, so Bantu just recently got listed in one exchange. It's a Nigerian based, not just really Nigerian based exchange, but the exchange was actually founded by Nigerians, right? So if you know the answer, can you tell me? And I'll give you, you'll be added to our giveaway list. So you know the answer. Who should I unmute? Who should I unmute? I can see so many hands. If you know the answer, raise your hand so I can pick at random. I can see. Who do I pick? Okay, I can see Ebenezer. Ebenezer, I will allow you to speak. Ebenezer, do you have an answer to the question? Ebenezer. Okay, Ebenezer don't seem to be saying
I
anything.
have an answer.
I didn't call you, Chairman. Sorry. Okay, so I can see Sanzo the Great. I don't know if you have an answer, so I'll omit you. Sanzo the Great, can you give me an answer? Okay. Seems most persons are not willing to speak from the look of things. I'll call someone else. Uh,
The answer is Patricia.
Patricia is not the answer.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. At least you mentioned a Nigerian-based exchange. Okay. I can see Sultan. Sultan, I'm going to unmute you. Please, while you try to respond, tell us your name, tell us where you're connected from, then give me the answer. Sultan, I just unmuted you. Feel free. If Sultan isn't saying anything, I'll call someone else. Nobody wants to win this answer.
My name is Sultan.
Okay. Tell
I'm
us.
connecting from Kano.
You're connecting from Kano. Nice to meet you, Sultan. So, have you heard about Bantu?
I'm hearing it for the first time here.
You're hearing it for the first time.
I followed from the WhatsApp group.
Okay, so have you downloaded the app? Have you downloaded the Bantu Pay app?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So as soon as you answer this question, you can check in the messages in the group, so you can download the Bantu Pay, follow the instructions there, download the Bantu Pay app, so you can be able to get your giveaway, because we are not just interested about giving people cash. We are giving out people tokens related to this platform so that if they decide they want to sell it, like in the days of Bitcoin, when Bitcoin started, you may want to sell. If you decide you want to hold it, you may want to hold. So it's up to you. And we want to be sure that we did not give you fiat, that suffers a lot of inflation, but we decided to give you something that has the potential to grow. Okay, so Sultan, tell me the recent platform where Bantu got listed in Nigeria Exchange. You have an idea? Okay, Sultan is not saying anything. Maybe maybe I'm going to
Hello?
maybe I'm going to go with the giveaway.
Are you
Yes,
listening?
yes, I can hear you here.
I said I think it's Ruku.
Roku. Okay, Roku is actually correct. So, Sultan, you can message Ibuka. So, Ibuka is in charge of the giveaways. Okay, so feel free to chat him up. So, try as much as possible to follow the instruction on the platform. Read the message, and once you're done, you can chat up Ibuka. He will tell you what he needs from you, and you can be able to get your giveaway. So we'll be having more giveaway at the end of this section. So try as much as possible to stay to the end. My name is Partial Salvation. I like to go by the name Salvation Energy, and I'm rightly connected from Port Harcourt, Rivers State. So I'll be talking about Bantu. I'll be telling us about the team behind the project, and also giving us some details in trying to help us understand why Bantu was better. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen if you don't mind. So I'm trying to share my screen. Can you see my screen? Let me know. Ibuka, can you see my screen?
Can see your screen, sir. Can see your screen.
Yes, I can.
Thank you very much. Okay. So yeah, can you see it better now?
Yes, sir. We can see your screen.
Ibuka, please kindly mute the platform. Thank you. Okay, now I want to talk about the African heritage. We'll do that quickly. Now, as Africa as a continent is one blessed with minerals, intellectuals, and manpower, right? You notice that we've got a whole lot of minerals in Africa. We've got a whole lot of intellectuals, and we've also got a whole lot of manpower. Africa has a whole lot of populations. There's a whole lot of youths in Africa, a whole lot of people in Africa per se. And the African heritage is one that has thrived on unity, right? Before the Western world came. Now, Africa has always had this desire of unity. They share among themselves. They unite among themselves. They love one another and they do a whole lot. And they try to sacrifice themselves for another, right? Before the Western world came. But the African continent has only brought, into the Western ideology that has made the African continent to be more of a consumer continent. Now, if you look at what's currently happening in Africa, you come to realize that Africa, let's use Nigeria per se, has become, one of the highest consumers of imports. Almost everything that is consumed here in Nigeria is actually imported, including stuffs like toothpicks, right? I don't know why it's that bad, but we so much limited our potential, so much limited ourselves. Now, talking about the story of Ubuntu, I want to give us a story that happened many years ago. So one fateful day, there was this white man, and this was actually the early state of the early state of the Western world coming into Africa. It's an ancient story, and it happened that a white man met some African boys. There were about 10 of them. There were about 10 of them. And he said something. He said he was going to keep about 50 apples, right? And keep it beside the tree. And he kept that 50 apples beside the tree. And he told those 50 African, guys to, step back aside from the apple, right? And he kept them about 10 meters away from the tree. And the next thing he did was that he told them that they should run from where they are to where the tree currently is. And the first person to touch the tree picks all of the 50 apples, And he said, your time starts now. Do you know what the 50 guys did? I need a response. Somebody just unmute yourself and just say something. Do you know what the 50 guys did? Just think about it. What do you think they did? Anybody? Okay.
I think they all ran and touched the tree. Then maybe
Okay.
the person that finally got the 50 apples shared it amongst all of them.
Wow. Okay. I think it's somehow connected. But mute your platform. So I'll tell you what they actually did. What they actually did was that they all joined their hands together. They all from one end to the other, like a chain, like a block of chain. And everybody was holding the hand of his neighbor, and they all held their hand from the first person to the 50th person. And they all got to the tree at the same time, and they all touched the tree at the same time, and they all shared the apple equally. And the white guy was furious, and he was like, why did you guys actually did that? And they said, Ubuntu, as it's pronounced in the dialect. And he said, what does it mean? And it simply means I am because we are, right? Without me, we don't exist. And when we all decide to work as one, that's when we actually go. And that's the story. That's the story of Africa once upon a time. That's the story of the Africa that was zealous for unity. That was the story of the Africa that was selfless. And so, from what we have on my slide, you come to realize that that's not the Africa we have today, right? And we've become a consumer nation, not because we can't produce these things. We have one of the best of intellects when it comes to global recognition. We have Nigerians, we have Africans who are doing well globally. I mean, globally. When it comes to science, when it comes to tech, when it comes to medicine, think about it. Nigerians, Africa, they are top notch globally. But because we don't know how to harness what is ours, we don't know how to celebrate our own and recognize our own. There are a whole lot of youths in the country today who are innovators. They are into innovations and they are building a whole lot of stuff, but the government isn't supporting. Nobody's helping them, and they can't raise capitals, and they can't be able to fund that dream. But we are here talking about a technology that can help us do that. Now, as Africans believe that they can be whatever they wish, they can be, and as the blockchain technology gains more acceptance, the African continent has engaged actively, which gave room for the conceptualization of Bantu blockchain by some, innovation driven by Africans of 27 team members across 7 world streams on 3 continents, bounded by the African slogan Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. Ubuntu, I am because we are. Okay. Bantu is built by African for the world. So that's the quick story of the African heritage, and it's something amazing, and I really want us to understand it and understand that we don't exist without each and every one of us. And if not for communities, I was thinking about it. If not for communities, if Satoshi Nakamoto was somehow from Nigeria or was somehow from Africa, and he started Bitcoin, maybe Bitcoin would not have gotten to where it is today, because Africa will not believe their own, right? But because of the community that never gave up, there are people who are Bitcoin maximalists right from day one, and they are still holding on to Bitcoin till tomorrow. They are still holding it for their children to come. But I'm just saying, if it actually incepted from Nigeria or Africa, probably we would not have Bitcoin today. A whole lot of people may not have heard of it. There are a whole lot of striking innovation happening in one end or in one corner of Nigeria today or in Africa today, and no one is talking about it. Nobody wants to promote it. Nobody wants to, look into it and understand the vision behind it. Right? So I want us to see Bantu. I don't just want us to see it as any regular token project or any regular project out there. It's a blockchain, and it's one that is here to build real world solutions to solve real life problems, real world problems, right? Even the future problems to come. And Bantu has positioned that blockchain that developers can be able to build real infrastructure solutions for payments and so many other things that will be coming in the nearest future. So the evolution of money. So we know that the means of transaction we have today has not always been like it has been, in recent times. Money has moved from one form to the other. We started with the barter system. We all know the barter system, how you have to exchange one thing for another. I could exchange an apple for a goat, right? Because let's say I'm very hungry and I need to eat something. I'm so hungry to the extent that I have a goat, but I can't eat my goat raw, but there's an apple, and I need to test something that has liquid and also have food, can also give me some form of energy at the moment. I might trade my goat for an apple. And you see those kind of system, you come with rice to trade, some other things, or you come with one thing to trade with another that are not completely fungible in themselves, meaning they don't have equal value or equal monetary percentage or equal monetary right. So these things can be exchanged one for another, right? And so that system is the barter system. And it happens to be one of the first system of exchange, the first medium of exchange, because civilization has not really come. Now, we went into commodity money. Commodity money is money whose value comes from a commodity which is made. Commodity money consists of objects which has values. You see things like we started using things like salt, started using things like calories and the likes. So I was watching a Nigerian movie like some years back, and it pointed a play of the ancient times, how people would use calories to buy stuff. They pick up calories, and I think calories were somehow scarce or rare, but I don't think it is today. Calories is everywhere like dust, right? So then, calories was something that was seen as to be valuable, and people could exchange that for, use that to buy some other thing and also trade that back and forth. And then we'll move into metal money. Some of us use the metal money, in this form, where you see, I think Kobo at some times was metal. So this kind of coins, they're money. But the problem is that these things are heavy, right? They are they are heavy. You can't be comfortable holding 1,000 pieces of metals in your pocket or in a bag. It's heavy. So it has some drawback and some a whole lot of limitations. And over time, we came into paper money, right? So paper money, the government started printing money. And one particular area I want to dwell on is paper money because it's something we can easily relate with. Some of us here, we are not born during the days where you use these what's it called? These metal money. Like a whole lot of us did not really use it. I'm not sure if I even use metal money to buy anything out there. I know some of us will have at some point, maybe used it to buy one or two things. I think 5 kobo, 10 kobo, 50 kobo, even today, no one cares about kobo anymore. So, but paper money is something we're used to, and it's just the regular money that the government prints. And I like to say this all the time and try as much as possible to make us realize that paper money, paper money is fiat and it suffers inflation. Paper money does not have a fixed circulating supply. It does not have a fixed circulating supply. Like it does, rather like a fixed total supply. I meant now. That simply means that the government can keep printing more money and injecting into the economy, and that usually causes inflation in the long run, and it will always cause inflation. And we got into plastic money where we started using credit and debit in a large scale, and they are just electronic transactions, and they are debited here and credited here, and the government keeps all of those records. And plastic money is something that is cool, you use your card, to make purchases and all of that, and you can buy stuff over the internet, which you can't do with paper money. You notice that this is now another form of innovation. The only reason why plastic money was successful was because of the internet. Okay, so because the internet came, you could use your plastic. You could take your debit card, right? Go to that bank, make payments, make deposits. You could go to anywhere, make withdrawals, make payments, and vice versa. And I'm coming into cryptocurrencies. Now, what are cryptocurrencies? I'll try to explain what it is. It started in 2008 with someone called Satoshi Nakamoto. He decided to keep himself anonymous until today. Some persons have, pointed out that Putin is, Satoshi Nakamoto. Some people have pointed out some other couples of persons that they are Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, so but Satoshi Nakamoto, he brought out the idea and invented Bitcoin in 2009. And what we have now as Bitcoin, which has given rise to thousands of cryptocurrencies, and today we shall be looking at the Bantu blockchain and its token XBN. Okay, so cryptocurrencies are digital currencies. For those who likely not be aware, they are digital currencies that have some level of fixed total supply. And one of the amazing things about having a fixed total supply is that when a particular currency, especially cryptocurrency, that has a fixed supply, okay, so once the demand for that particular coin increases, right, the price would also increase. So over time, you've seen Bitcoin move from less than $1 to over $44,000. Right? So that's because Bitcoin has a fixed supply. It has a fixed supply, and the last will be mined around 2140, and there are about 21 million that can ever definitely exist. Looking at that aside, cryptocurrencies are built on the blockchain. Now, what's the blockchain? Now, blockchain is a system of recording information in a way that makes it difficult rather, or impossible to change. So when a data has been stored on the blockchain, it becomes difficult to change that data, or it becomes impossible to change that data. And that's why blockchain is very amazing when it comes to transactions, because you don't want to do a transaction with anyone, and that transaction is altered back later on, right? You don't want to send money to a particular business owner, right, to a particular business or company, and You send them $50,000 and they received it. And at the end of the day, they said that, oh, you didn't send us $50,000. You sent us $10,000. And you tried as much as possible, but you couldn't find there's no way you could be able to resolve that because those data can be easily manipulated, edited, and a whole lot of things can go down along the line. But with blockchain, once that transaction is done, it becomes permanent. We may not be able to go into some other aspect of blockchain because blockchain is not just all about transaction in terms of monetary wise, but it has some other amazing features like the NFTs, metaverse, and so many other things too that are coming, and we know a whole lot is going to come into the blockchain. Now, examples of blockchain network, we know about Bitcoin, we've heard about Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Phantom, and so many others. Now, some of the properties of uh, the blockchain is that it's immutable, right? Once any transaction has been done on the blockchain, you cannot change it, you cannot delete it. It's immutable. Now, it's decentralized. It's decentralized. It's decentralized simply means that it is not governed by a centralized body. No central body controls the blockchain or has complete control over that network or that blockchain. All right. So let me give us an example. For instance, the bank. Let's say UBA, for instance. If UBA have any issues, you'll not be able to transact with UBA, right? And let's say there's a downtime on the UBA network. You as long as you are connected to the UBA network, you will not be able to transact. And these things are bound to happen for centralized system because sometimes they want to cool off and do some form of upgrade. They want to do some form of adjustments. They just want to update the database and do one or two things. So sometimes there is a high tendency that there's going to be, some downtimes where you'll not be able to connect to that network because it is a centralized network. Now think about it. There was a particular day it happened that we could not access WhatsApp, we could not access Instagram, we could not access Facebook. It happened for around 4 hours. We know that day that the Facebook stock went down and so many other stock related to the Facebook went down. But if you look at what happened, you come to realize that it's because Facebook is a central body. Facebook is a centralized system. And in centralized system, the system can come up anytime and decide they want to change anything. They can decide to shut down any point at any time. So, and which has pointed out to the fact that, of course, we can't completely trust and rely on central system anymore. I'll give us a final example. Now, looking at what's happening in Ukraine and Russia, notice that Ukraine has received a whole lot of donations from crypto. They've been able to receive a whole lot of donations from crypto because crypto are assets that are actually built on the blockchain. They are decentralized. No government can stop it. If it was something that the government could stop, Russia would have hijacked the money. They would have stopped the process. They wouldn't have want anything to come to Ukraine because they just want to, put them in a state that they would not be able to have money to get ammunitions and all of that. You can see how the banks in Ukraine shut down and they could not be able to perform. People were unable to go to banks to withdraw money and to do any form of financial transactions. So you see the advantage of a decentralized system. Even when there is a war that banks could not operate, you could still connect because the network of the blockchain is a global network. Everybody, anybody from anywhere in the world can connect to that network and can participate in that network. So talking about security, cryptocurrency is really, really very secured in terms of the blockchain technology. A distributed ledger, it simply means it's a ledger, on the network that record all of the activities that is done by the users on that network. So now, types of blockchain. There's a public blockchain that is open to all. There's a private blockchain that is not completely open to all, but it's exclusive to certain sets of people. A private blockchain can be built by the government for some specific transactions that they may not want to expose to the general public. But a public blockchain is one which almost everybody in the world are easily participating on. So some of the applications of blockchain, you could share medical data, entertainment, personal identity security, anti-money laundering tracking system, supply chain, logistics, monitoring, vote mechanism, and there are a whole lot you can do with the blockchain. I mean, a whole lot you can do with the blockchain. These are only few, right? There's a whole lot that you can do with the blockchain. Now, let's look at Bantu ecosystem. So, what's the Bantu blockchain? It is built to become the largest distributed network infrastructure with the most decentralized governance model for wealth creation and economic sovereignty for humanity. Now, it aims at empowering humanity across all industry sectors, both public and private, using blockchain and other fourth industrial revolution technology. What is Bantu? Kindly pay attention because you may likely be asked some questions. Bantu blockchain is one that combines speed, security, reliability, and include human elements of fairness and sharing to empower participants on the network while lowering the entry barriers for participants. So among almost all of the network I've participated in Phantom, I've participated in Matic, I've participated in Solana, I've participated in Cosmos, I've participated in uh, you know, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Binance Smart Chain, and so many other blockchains out there. But I can tell you me that Bantu blockchain is exceptional. When it talks about the entry barriers for participants, it meant it. And when I looked at the gas fee for Bantu, I was shocked because even in the next 100 years, even if the price of one XBN token, which is currently around 0.003 US dollars, 3.435 US dollars, even if the price of one XBN gets to $1, let's say $3. If it gets to $3, that's like 100x from the current price. So even when the price gets to $3 for one XBN, and which is very possible, it's gonna get there, the gas fee will still be extremely very cheap compared to any network you want to compare anywhere out there. So it's something amazing. It has lowered the barrier for people to be able to connect and participate. Now the Bantu network makes it possible to instantly and securely transfer, swap, and trade digital assets globally and at extremely low cost. Now Bantu ecosystem is one with blockchain infrastructures that empower humanity and was launched officially on the 16th of December 2020. So in 2019, I was reading about some networks and I read about Ethereum, and I got to realize how Ethereum tried to solve a problem that we could not see in Bitcoin. And then the price was still down, still cheap. And Ethereum was only some years, not up to 3 years then. And I was just thinking about it and comparing the price and looking at what has really happened in the market and what's currently happening today. And you can see that because of it's a blockchain and there's a whole lot of infrastructure coming into that system and being built on it, a whole lot of users are actually participating on the network. And that's part of the reason why the price drives to where it is. And Bantu model is something similar or even more. And you come to realize that it's also an infrastructure that can facilitate all of that payment system and also allow room for the fourth industrial revolution technologies to be able to integrate. Be able to see things like IoT, metaverse, NFTs, and a whole lot that will be coming in to be able to integrate with the system. See a whole lot of oracles and chain links and the likes. And Bantu has just been launched just 2020 here. If you go check the price of Bantu token, it's going to amaze you how much Bantu has moved. And there's still room for a whole lot. So I recently checked and I noticed the price is still a bit far from the all-time high, about 70 something percent down, which is still a very good room for some persons who are still not yet investors. Okay, so I think Bantu blockchain is here to stay, and it gives room for businesses, for organizations to be able to build on it. Very soon we'll be looking at the partners, and we'll be able to talk about one or two things and get to look at what Bantu has to offer for each and every one of us. Now, the following applications and services were built to support the Bantu ecosystem, and they are as follows. Now, we have what's called the Bantu Pay wallet. Now, it's a wallet that each and every one of us, need to have before we can be able to participate on the Bantu blockchain. Just as you need to have uh, an Ethereum wallet, just as you need to have a Binance Smart Chain wallet, right? You need to have the Bantu Pay wallet. It is with the Bantu Pay wallet you'll be able to have access or gateway to the Bantu blockchain, and that's where you can also store your tokens. It's a wallet, so it's where you keep your tokens. Now, the Bantu network dashboard. This presentation presents an easy use high level overview of the entire Bantu network in real time. So you are able to see what is happening on the network, how many the nodes that are connected to the network to support the network, the operations of the network, and other statistics too. So if you are someone who you know about networking, you've actually been able to connect with some Cisco network courses, and they are able to hook up with blockchains. You may likely want to provide nodes to the Bantu blockchain, and there's a whole lot of opportunity out there too. And from the founder, from his statement, a whole lot is going to be available for people who be connected to the Bantu blockchain nodes. Bantu Blockchain Explorer. The Bantu Blockchain Explorer makes it possible for anyone to browse, search, and view all the activities taking place on the Bantu network. So it's transparent for anyone to view at real time, and you can be able to do that with your smartphone or with your PC. We have the Bantu Laboratory. The Bantu Laboratory is a platform for developers. If you're a developer, you may like you and you want to test out the tools, the documentations, and see how you can be able to start, building one or two things on Bantu, of which I also have the aim, to bring up some set of developers so we can be able to also build some solutions to engage with the platform and also help people to know about what's happening on the Bantu blockchain. Because one of the ways that people get to know more about a blockchain is most time it's about a project that is built on that blockchain. And once people start to participate on it, they get to know about, oh, okay, so this is even a blockchain. But I really did not know that Ethereum was a blockchain at some point. And while I even did my researches, but over the while I started participating with some projects like Million Money and the likes, and all of those funny things that happened there, I then realized, oh, okay, this is how blockchain works to an extent, and made me to do some more findings, and it became an interesting quest for some persons who actually participated, including myself too. Now, there's also some projects that are built on Bantu. We'll talk about one while on the next slide or so. Now, there's another platform called the Bantu Talk platform. It's a platform where community comes, they share their ideas, they talk about what's happening, and they hang out. And that's what really happened on the Bantu Talk platform. It's just like uh, uh, crypto tweets. There's this platform that's called I'm trying to remember the name, but I forgot to. But it has to do with tweeting. And it's also related to Bitcoin Forum. So Bitcoin Forum was actually a platform where people started talking about Bitcoin, sharing ideas, and a whole lot of people who knew about Bitcoin, they really knew about Bitcoin from Bitcoin Forum, how Bitcoin really started. But there's another platform, and I'm trying to remember, that also have a similar feature too. Okay, so the next thing we have here is Mitambo. Okay, so let me check my 10th slide. We're not done, so let's just check this. Okay, so after talking about Bantu Talk Forum, there's also the Bantu Network Token, which is the XPN. So a whole lot of us must have heard about the XPN, and there will only ever be a total supply of 369 billion XPN, and currently 108 XPN is in circulation. So in one of the meetup with the founder, he said something about the fact that maybe in the future, if they weighed it and they realized that the 369 billion is much, depending on how the future holds, that supply is likely to be burnt and reduced. So I'm sure for those of us who have been in the space for a while, we know what that really means and how that is able to make an impact to the value of the XBN token. And the unit or the gas for XBN is called Spirit. So that's the Bantu Network token. The smallest unit is called Spirit. So we'll also have the Bantu Network reward. So BNR. Now, there are activities that happen on the Bantu platform every Wednesday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. You participate, you are able to earn BNR tokens for free. Right? You participate, you win the contest. A whole lot of things is happening every week on this platform. So we've been able to be aware of that. So some of those links will be shared on the platform. In fact, those links will be shared on the platform. So you can also join the forum and be able to engage in what's happening there. You can ask questions to know more about how the Bantu network is going. You'll get first-hand information, how the platform is actually going, the innovations, and you get to ask some questions to the founders, to the team directly, and you're also able to win rewards for understanding how the Bantu ecosystem works. So there's also what's called the BNR tokens, and these are the kind of platforms you can earn them. And when you perform some tasks relating to the Bantu network, you get to earn BNR tokens. So we also have the Bantu Token Creator, a simple solution that allows one to be able to create digital assets on the Bantu blockchain. So the easiest thing is that you don't need a programmer, you don't need a developer to help you, develop your own token, right? You can be able to just with some clicks be able to go through the process, follow the instruction, and be able to create your own token for your business and for a payment system and all that. And you can be able to launch that on Timbuktu and the likes, depending on your volume and how big the business is and how your customers will really want to engage with the assets. Okay, so we also have a Bantu ecosystem has a game called Mitambo. Mitambo is a game that you can play, right? You can play as teams, and anyone who you get to win, and you win some XBN, but you also need XBN to play the game too. So you put in some XBN, you play, and you also, if you win the game, you win more XBN. And that's one game that has been built on the Bantu ecosystem. You may want to try out the game. The link will be sent on the platform. So maybe you want to try it out. You want to try it out with your friends. You tell them about Bantu, and you guys get to play the game. And it's something very amazing. Okay, so before we get to the these we're currently at the final lap of this presentation. So the Bantu Network token XBN is currently traded on these platforms: Bitrex, fmfw.io, Bitmart, TradeFather, and Timbuktu. So on any of these platforms, you can be able to buy the XBN token. So it's very easy. Bitrex, FMFW, Bitmart, TradeFather, they are all exchangers. You can sign up your account, register, then get verified, because it's an exchange platform. It's a centralized exchange platform. If you don't have your what's it called, you register that. If you don't have the account before now, so you register and then set it up, buy the XBN token, send that to your Bantu wallet, and you can hold it there. And currently there's a staking going on that will be ending the uh on the 31st of March. So you don't want to miss that out. You want to go to any of you want to try Bitrex or Bitmart, any of this centralized exchange.
to buy your XBN token, send it to your wallet, and then go to the staking platform. It's a very easy step to go about. I'm going to send a video about it shortly on the platform so you can be able to follow the step-by-step guide. Then you stake your XBN. You are going to earn up to 200 APY if you participate, right? So now think about it. That's your XBN working for you. If you still don't want to, you may likely want to just maybe for some reasons you are having a challenge, you can't be able to use BitTrex and all that. Look for someone who can be able to help you do that, so you can be able to still fund your wallet. Now, but I want to point this clearly. If you buy your XBN from Timbuktu.exchange, you can easily buy XBN on Timbuktu.exchange without any form of verification. But you need to use your real account details and use your Bantu Pay app. You can be able to buy the XBN token on Timbuktu. It's a peer-to-peer system for those of us who know how to use peer-to-peer. You send money to someone, not just sending money to a random account, right? You follow the processes on Timbuktu.exchange. I've made a video on that and it's on YouTube, so you may also want to check it out and see the process. You send the money to the person, you get your you get your XPN, and that's it. You can do it in less than 10 minutes anywhere you are in the world, as long as you have some you have the desired you can see the account and the currency, and you have that account to pay that money. You can also use cryptocurrency. You can send what's it called, USDT, BTC, whatever, on Timbuktu to exchange for XBN, depending on the merchant you are participating. So we have our Bantu team consists of Mr. Ernest Mbekum. He's the founder and CEO of the Bantu blockchain, and also the founder and CEO of Insta Sterling. Now we have Mr. Victor Akoma, who is the co-founder. We have Mr. Fritz Ekwoge, who is also the co-founder too. Now we have Mr. Ebofena Ezowugo, who is the business development and marketing manager there. We have Mr. Thomas Enachi, who is the finance and accountant. We have Mr. Uche Mokolo, who is the developer manager, and we also have Temi Tayo Ojo, who is the legal and regulatory compliance. Jennifer Emelike, who is the head of community and engagement, and Victor Olongfemi, brand and communication. If you are on any of Bantu platform, you must have in one way or the other come in contact with some of these persons, especially Miss Jennifer here. She's really active in most of the platforms. And the Bantu blockchain innovation has attracted the following partnership. Insta Sterling Bank, Conversity, Speratech, System Spec, Enaton, and recently there's a partnership with the Visa. Bantu has just recently collaborated with Visa, and we know that Visa happens to be number one once it comes to payments and settlements globally. And recently they've just gotten a partnership with Visa, and that's really big news. And Visa is trying to see how they can use the blockchain technology to fasten up payment settlements using the XPN tokens, and they've decided to partner with the Bantu blockchain. So it's a good news, and a whole lot of collaboration will also be coming up in the future. As you can see, if Visa, one of the biggest payment brand in the world, is partnering with Bantu, which is actually a platform that was built and vetted by Africa for the world. You need to know that Bantu is not something you want to play with or you want to sleep on. All right. Okay, so currently there's a Bantu Mega Community airdrop going on, so you don't want to miss out. The link will be sent in the platform. I've shared it to our various platforms for those who participated, and for those who have not participated, please try as much as possible to participate. Thank you. That's my time.
Hello, can you hear me? Say plus, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. So that's an awesome section. Hello, sir? Are you still there?
Yes, I'm done.
It's a salvation. Okay. Thank you for this section. It was awesome. Mr. Ebuka, come and share your own knowledge. What did you learn from this section, sir? Mr. Ebuka. Mr. Ebuka, my knowledge about bank the ecosystem has really broadened. Mr. Ebuka, what did you learn about from the first section? How did you go from Mr. Ebuka? Okay, I want to hear from one person, one or two persons, I would like one or two persons to share what they learned from all Mr. Salvation has said. He has really touched every sector about Bantu ecosystem and what they have to offer for us. So, I'll randomly call on anybody. Sultan, Sultan, you can unmute yourself and share with us what you learned. Sultan. Okay, it seems to be Emmanuel Albert. I will allow you to talk to share with us what you've learned from today's section, so we can move on to the next agenda of today. Is 9:28, and I really want to appreciate each and every one of us for staying to this very moment. And I promise you that the last section of today's event will you'll be grateful that you did not leave the section. So we already have 3 winners. I already won our giveaway. So we still have more winners that also gain from the for staying to the very end.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Emmanuel Abbott, you can briefly tell us what
Yes.
you learned from this, like share what you learned in 1 minute.
Yes. I have learned how to create the Bantu account. Yes, that's what I learned also. And also looking at the account, I think I know how to handle it now. If I want to open it for another person, I also know how to show the person how to create the Bantu account. So that's what I learned tonight.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Abbott. Mr. Ebuka, are you still there? Can you hear me? Mr. Ebuka. Okay, Mr. Mujib, just briefly unmute your mic and tell us what you learned from today's section. Like, what can you say about the Bantu ecosystem? We heard from Emmanuel Abbott. It would be nice hearing from you, Mr. Mujib Ibrahim. Just briefly tell us what you learned and what you can say about the Bantu ecosystem.
Sir, can you repeat yourself? I can't. I didn't get what you said. Mr. Theophilus.
Mr. MJ.
Yes, I said you should repeat
Wow,
yourself. I
this
didn't get
network
what you
is
said.
something else. Mr. T Good. Mr. T Good. If you're not too busy, you can kindly unmute your mic and tell us all you can say about the Bantu ecosystem after hearing all that Mr. Salvation have said and have told us about the system. So, what's your view? What do you see? What can you say?
Hello.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Bayo.
Yeah,
Can
good
hear
evening.
you.
Sorry, I have a question for our instructor. The I have a question.
Okay, you can go
So,
ahead. You can go ahead.
so actually, I checked the Bantu details. Let's say more or less like the roadmap or white paper, something like that. The details I checked it. But on checking it, one of their partner, there is Sterling Bank. And my question is, with the current trend about crypto stuffs, crypto saga in Nigeria, how can a bank, one policy against the transaction and everything, be backing up a crypto project? And for me to be sure of their partnership with Bantu, I had to check on their Instagram page, and I did not see any stuffs related to Bantu on their page. So how should I um accept that okay, fine, Sterling Bank is really one of the partner of Bantu? To what extent will I be confused with that when I don't see when I don't see a message on their
A
social
message
media
on their
apps?
social media app.
Yeah, I'm sure you understand my question, sir.
Yes, what you said, Mr. Salvation. I don't know if you get his question and can you unmute your mic and reply and give response to that question. A
Okay.
centralized system being part of the crypto project. Mr. Salvation.
Okay, can you hear me, Bayo?
Yes, I can.
Can you, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, so uh, Bantu has a partnership with Sterling Bank, and that's something that is 100% sure and accurate. Just to shed some more light on that, we understand the recent happenings and all of what's happening in regards to crypto, but that's not the wave of which the partnership is coming in. The partnership is not about it's not in terms of facilitating crypto per se. It's actually partnering with the technology and partnering with the company directly. So participating with the blockchain. And if you can't find that on their social media handles, doesn't mean it's not there. It's something that isn't public. Like it's not something that they broadcast on their social media handles. But you can go through the founder of Sterling Bank. You can follow him up on Twitter, and you can find that in his tweet, and also find that in one of the events that has been happening in regards to Bantu and in regards to Bantu holding different parts of Nigeria and the world, and you would notice that their partners, one of them is Stanley. They won't be doing all of that if Stanley is not one of their partners. In fact, the last event they had here in Port Harcourt at the Presidential Hotel that we actually did attend, we had stars from Stanley Bank who came, and it was a partnership that exposes Bantu network or Bantu community the Stanley communities and the Stanley communities to the Bantu communities too. And to that happened in Lagos, they had the CEO of Stanley Bank who came and he spoke in that event, and he said it's one of the best decisions so far, that he's doing this because he knows that that's the wave, and so it's easy for them to scale and use the technology to facilitate transaction in the nearest future while other banks are still left behind. So that's it.
Sorry, sir. Concerning that, concerning that, I'm sorry if this is not somehow related to the subject matter now. The thing is, during my days in camp, there are some like crypto brands that come to camp too. Like be like, okay, oh, there is this coin, there is this token, there is this, there is that, like different tokens. Having the guts to come to a federal occasion, which is NYSC, telling us to register and then buy this, buy that, buy stuff. So what is the current trend? Is it that this crypto saga is becoming something of the past, or there is the people are just doing theirs outside the policy? That's one. Another thing, is there any white paper for Bantu, like any white paper that has their roadmap, something we could read and check? Because I want to be more confused about this project.
Okay. You can get some more details on bantufoundation.org. So I will send the link to the platform so you can make some more research about it. Now, in regards to the crypto saga and all of the policies relating to that, and one thing I want you to understand first is that Bantu is not a token, right? Bantu blockchain is the blockchain infrastructure to solve real-time problems. Now, a token isn't somewhere you want to be building applications and solutions on, because it's a token. It's tokenized for a particular business or tokenized for a particular project. That's why it's a token. So for the Bantu ecosystem, it's different. It's a platform where people can build, and that really means that more and more use cases will be coming to the platform. And just to also tell you that Bantu has had a meeting recently, about a month or so, where they had a meeting with the governor of Central Bank, and they were talking about CBDC and how they'll be able to, how Bantu can help them facilitate all of those transactions. Now, in terms of the policy and all that, cryptocurrency isn't something the government can fight. The best they can do is to regulate it. And we've seen that ever since they launched the CBDC, that the weight or the impression about cryptocurrency is no longer something of a red flag anymore. But for the meanwhile, while that has not been officially said, right, every business out there that are probably trying to do some form of adverts and all that are still trying to follow those existing policy, although it has not been completely erased, but the government are no longer complying to that anymore, ever since they launched the CBDC. So I don't know if you still have some more questions, or anybody has any question.
Hey, it's okay, sir. I'm satisfied with this. Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. Any other question? Does anybody has any other question? So now, just in case you may not be asking any question now, okay, the links and the platforms to, so you can be able to attend Bantu talks and be able to also attend Timbuktu meetings that happen every Wednesday and every Sunday. Right, you can participate in any of those meetings, just in case you deem it fit to want to ask questions directly to the team members. You'll be able to get your
Can you
some
hear
more
me?
details.
I have a question.
Who's asking the question?
I have a question. Like, good evening, everybody. I want to know whether there is any job vacancy in the blockchain, in this Bantu blockchain ecosystem.
How do you mean job vacant?
I'm asking, like, I'm kind of trying to know whether there is anyone I can apply for.
If you are looking for a job, what job specifically are you talking about?
Like a promoter, a project
Like a
promoter.
project promoter?
Yeah.
Of course there is. You want to apply if you're interested.
Okay. Well, now
Yeah.
I have to chat you up. So.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so
Thank you.
I don't know if there's any other question, but
Yes,
here
yes, there's a question.
oh man, the meeting is becoming lengthy. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to ask
Okay, hold on, hold
what
on.
are the
Hold on, hold on. Does anybody have any question anymore? I want to know. So
I
this
have
is the
a question.
final.
Yes, I have.
I have
This
a
is the final.
question.
Oh,
I have a
we
question.
can't stay here till the night now. Okay, continue. Go ahead, Albert.
Okay, I want to ask what are the approved bank that is attached to this crypto blockchain for transactions?
Approved bank in what sense?
Like if you want to do some transaction, is there any bank that is approved and listed to this blockchain?
You don't list banks on blockchain now. I'm trying to
Like,
understand.
yes, as Binance, I'm taking an example from Binance now. Like in Binance now there are listed banks that is attached to it that is used in transacting to your bank account. So I want to ask if it's still the same as this Bantu. Hello? Adam. Hello?
Don't have any listed bank.
Can you hear me now? I'm having network challenge. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Please
can
ask
hear
your
you now.
question again.
Yeah,
Okay, ask your question.
I'm asking that what are the listed bank that is approved to this blockchain for transaction? Can your asset be transferred from this blockchain to your bank account?
Like probably you want to sell your token.
Yes, to your bank account.
Yes, you can do that. There's an exchange called Timbuktu.exchange. So Timbuktu, once you connect your Bantu Pay wallet with Timbuktu, you can be able to convert your cash to Naira or do otherwise.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You can be able to convert your XBN to cash, like Naira, or convert your cash to XBN. That's what I meant.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So the last question, Mr. Ademi. The funny thing about question is that once one person asks a question, it opens up room for so many questions. So I think, Mr. Ademi, I'll be taking your question last. If you have
Thank you
any
very
question,
much.
please send them in the group.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
attend to
Anybody
them
that
there.
has any
Thank you.
question can drop it on the platform. Mr. Salvation.
Yeah,
Okay,
good evening.
okay. So good evening.
Can I continue?
Please be quick. You have a minute. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. On the issue of this Bantu, honestly speaking, when you send the referral, something of that nature to me, actually I did it. I registered everything, but up to this very moment, if I will tell you that I know the way it works, I'll be lying to you. I am just trying to, just follow your leadership. So I wanted to know probably if our naira can be converted into that blockchain, or really the way, though I came late due to one reason or the other, but I just wanted to know the effect, the financial effect, or the advantage of this Bantu blockchain.
and the value, I mean, the value of this Bantu, how we can use it, how we can be using it. That is what I don't even understand for now. Maybe you can just shed little light on that for me, or probably it will be maybe a personal discussion after this lecture. So sorry if I've added any inconvenience, or if I've added any something that's not palatable rather to this issue, because it's as if maybe I'm
It,
drawing you back. But I just
it's
want to
fine.
know.
Fine. It's fine. It's fine, Mr. Ademi. Okay, this is what you will do to make
Uh,
it easy. We'll run out of time. My goal is that I will not stay here until 10. We're already close to 10 p.m. So send me a message. We'll discuss on WhatsApp, or
okay.
you can send your message on Telegram here, and you'll get a response. Whichever that is fine with you, please do it. But if you send me a message now, I will try as much as possible. Probably I can attend to them. But
Probably, sorry, sir,
if I
probably we can have the video of this communication. Maybe I
It's
can go
okay.
through it.
Okay, that's fine. You get it. You get it.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate your question.
Thank you
Yeah.
Thank you,
very
So
Mr.
much.
I'll be
Salvation.
your. Go
Thank
ahead, dear.
Thank you, Mr. Salvation. Thank you all for paying rapt attention and also staying to this very time. So we're going to be going into doing the last phase of the giveaway right now, whereby we'll be running a wheel of steel, a wheel of names where we'll pick randomly winners, and I believe any of us that are stated this very moment will go home with something huge. So stay tuned. Something huge is coming our way now. So we are just trying to compile the names of every participant, and then we'll run the wheel of stew. It's going to be a very, very transparent way, and each and every of us will see. So right now I'll be sharing my screen, and our names are already there. So we'll pick randomly. We'll pick winners based on the names that will emerge from the wheel of names. So just stay tuned. I'm sharing my screen now for us to see names on the list, and then we'll run the wheel of names for 3 times, and then we'll call it a day. So I really want to appreciate you all for your time and your patience. And there's always a reward for effective participation. So let's run up the the wheel of names now and know our winners. Those that will be going home with our SBN. So if you can hear me, I know I'm not talking to myself. I've been talking, and you guys have been hearing me. So let's just run it up right away. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the names of those that have made it to this very moment, and the wheel is already spinning, and we'll be having our first winner any moment from now. Wow, congratulations, Mr. Muji. So congratulations, Mr. Bells, for being our first winner and for staying to this very, very moment. So we'll do the next one. Congratulations, Mark Stevens. Hope we are taking note. I said, hope we're taking note of the winners.
Yes, Bells, Mark Steven.
Yeah, so the last one. Congratulations, Mr. Ebuka Wisdom. Mr. Salvation, can we take one?
Kingsley can go. You can take 2 more times. Do it 2 times again. Kingsley, can you hear me?
Australia.
Go 2 more times.
I can hear you now.
I said go 2 more
Okay,
times. 2
okay.
more times.
Okay, congratulations, Mr. Wisdom. Wow, congratulations, Mr. Bodin Wihu. That's what we have as your Telegram username. So I just
Thank you for that. I will just give it away to the next person.
all our winners are taking note. So the last name, take a deep breath, and it might be you. So here we go. Mr. Ebuka will not win twice now. So we'll have to do it again. We'll have to run it
Remove,
up again.
just remove my name there.
Wow, congratulations, Trust Azaka. Congratulations, Mr. Trust Azaka. I really want to appreciate you guys for Okay, we've seen our winners, and I really want to congratulate Mr. Bells, Mark Steven, Ebuka Wisdom, Borden Wilhold, and Trust Ezaka, Ethan Nelson. I really want to appreciate you guys for your patience, and also want to appreciate each and every one of us that made it to this state, to this very moment. Like, I'm so grateful for your time, and our winners. If you're still here, if you're not here, we'll remove your name and still do the wheel of names again. So our winners, you just unmute your mic now and show gratitude. What do you have to say to Bantu? So what do you have to tell Bantu? Trust Azaka. I believe you must have downloaded your Bantu app and activated your account. Mark Steven, I believe you also have your account ready. Who else? Mr. Bells, I believe your Bantu account is active. Mr. Ebuka, I believe you are ready. Ethan Nelson, I believe your account is active. So unmute yourself now, and we'll take it one after the other. And we're not going to stay up to 10 p.m. So we want to give you 30 seconds each to tell Bantu thank you. So
Yeah. Hello. Good evening,
yeah, I can hear
everyone.
you. Good evening, sir.
This is Makwa. I think my name shows Mark Steve there. That's what is there.
Okay.
So this is
Welcome,
Mark
sir.
from Anambra State. My
Wow.
special gratitude to Bantu. Thank you so much. I've met Mr. Salvation Energy. Yeah, personally, that was in Port Harcourt last year, September. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you. I believe it's a great project.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And
Yeah,
I believe your account, your app
I've made some
account.
investments. I'm ready to trade. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. It's ready. It's ready. It's activated.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. Ebuka, you're also a winner. So thank you, Mr. Max Steven.
Special thanks to Bantu. I really appreciate. And also, please, if you're among the winners, please just send me a message now so that I can tell you what to do. If you're among the winners, send me a message, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ebuka. Who else?
Hello, Bantu.
Mr.
Can you
Bells.
guys hear me okay?
Good evening,
Okay.
everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Abel, and I'm Bells, popularly called. Thanks to Bantu, thanks to Crypto Trading Hub, even for bringing this platform to us, this ecosystem. And thanks to Mr. Salvation as well for making us aware of this great project. I'm very grateful for everything, even for the video. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Bells. Thank you, Mr. Bells. Thank you. And thank you for staying to this very moment. Mr. Borden will hold.
Hello, Bantu. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I want to thank Mr. Salvation for putting this together. And the reason why I came on the call today was because I wanted to come and show support from the Bantu Foundation. So you could give away my reward to somebody else if that's okay. I would like to invite you guys, come on to the next call. We have Timbuktu Hours on Wednesday. Feel free to join and join the Bantu Hours on Sunday. For all the newcomers, if you haven't joined the call yet, especially for the Bantu Hours, there will be a big airdrop that I'm running on there for you guys. So come on there. We'll love to see you.
Mr. Mr. Bundle, your voice is a bit low. Can you speak up, sir?
Yeah, I'm trying my best. Can you guys hear me okay? Or is it still pretty low?
A bit low. Come up higher.
Okay. So I'll try my best, but I'll leave you with this, guys. I want to thank the organizer for putting this together. I want to thank the Bantu community as well. I invite you to the Bantu Hour on Sunday. Come on there because we have some nice things planned for the community at large. So that's the best I can say. So thank you all for having us today, and thank you for putting this together for the community as well.
Thanks, Mr. Bonner, for connecting. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Bonde. I also want to call on who else? Ethan Nelson.
Hello, good evening, guys. Please, I want to
Good
really
evening.
thank the so well for giving me the opportunity to at least to be one of the person in this community that is going to hold the Bantu token. So thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Mr. Ibuka, it has really been an awesome time here, seeing winners, see people learning and also winning something from the Bantu blockchain. So, I think today was really an awesome day for myself and for many others. So, what do you have to say before we call it a day? It's just 10 p.m. now. So, Mr. Ibuka.
Okay, so before we will end, I would like those people that are among the winners should send me a message. And also, we have another giveaway here, and it's for people that shared the Bantu flyer on the status before we end. We pick a name before we end. So I will share the name now on this platform. If you see your name, also send me a message. Just check the platform right away. If your name is among there, also send me a message now so I can. Okay, I just send the names there. Okay, you can check there. Now, if you see your name, just send me a message. I will tell you what to do. And also, if you're among the winners, please send me a message. So I really want to thank all of you for joining. And also, I want to thank our speakers at Salvation Energy for sharing this knowledge to us. And also, want to thank the Bantu community rep for joining also. I really appreciate all of you for joining. So Kingsley, you can round off now.
So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Mr. Ibuka. Thank you, Mr. Ibuka. You really been awesome today. Thank you, Mr. Salvation. Thank you to all the Bantu representatives we have here. Thank you to all the community team players, T-Gold and the rest of them. I really want to appreciate you guys. Roger, I see you. I want to appreciate everybody that have been actively participating in the community activities. So I really want to appreciate you guys. Just stick to the community, and I believe you me, soon as we'll still share more giveaways, more opportunities. And don't forget to also take advantage of the Bantu expansion representative still ongoing. You can apply. Try your luck. Who knows where your greener pasture is? We're not talking about the money, we're talking about the exposure. So stay tuned to the community for more opportunities and more events and activities coming up. Thank you, and God bless you for your time. I still remain your humble servant, Theophilus Kingsley Chigozie. Until we see and meet again, ah, Crypto Bootcamp, Crypto Training Hub is a community for your enlightenment and object at all time. Thank you, and God bless you. So with this, we've come to the end of the section. See you next time.